Hey there, everyone in the Men Know Me community. I am here today with the lovely Tara Locke from Chili Town, based in Melbourne, aren't you?
Yes,
Based in
I am,
Victoria.
Jennifer. Yes. Lovely Melbourne. Yes. And the
Yeah.
sun's shining for a change today, so that's good. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. It's a
Yeah.
little bit cloudy here,
Is
but
it?
it's still
Yeah.
warm. I'm
That's
happy
good.
as long as it's
We
warm.
we like the warm weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's lovely to have you here, and I would love to talk a bit about Chili Town and how you came up with the concept
Yes.
and your story, because there's quite a bit of a story involved to
Thank
it.
you. Well, thank you for having me. And how I originated with this business, I started off probably around 5 years ago. I was diagnosed with lymphoma, which is a blood cancer, stage 3. And it was a condition that caused a lot of overheating. Prior to my diagnosis, I was overheating for a year and a half and thought I
Wow.
was going into early menopause. So I didn't really act on it until there were other several symptoms just prior to diagnosis. So they explained to me I was probably walking around with this condition for over a year. So,
Oh my goodness, really?
mm, so always when I was at gym back in the day when I was fit, I'd be on the treadmill thinking, I can't do this. I'm too hot. I need something to cool me down. So I was actually sourcing products or fabrics, I should say, prior to my diagnosis. And then when I was diagnosed, I put it on hold because I'd always wanted to start a business too, but I didn't
Oh,
know which business or what I'd like to do. So therefore, um, it was sort of whilst going through chemo, I kept sourcing and fabrics, and I tried over 30 fabrics, and I test them all and came up with what I have now, which is the chili towel. And I just decided to start promoting it, which I've got marketing background, so I sort of
yeah.
had avenues where I knew people that could assist with promoting it for me. And I also approached NBCF, National Breast Cancer Foundation, to donate money. And well, it was more about not donating it in the beginning, it was more about helping women who overheat, because overheating is one of the worst
Right.
debilitating symptoms you can have with menopause or general illnesses. So that's how I started. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh yes, absolutely. No one likes overheating. It's a very uncomfortable feeling, isn't it?
It's awful. Yeah, and so chemotherapy really, that the side effect of chemo, the overheating really kicks in. And as you know, Jennifer, as you mentioned with breast cancer, many women overheat because they go into instant menopause as well. So it's a sort of a lifetime thing after treatment.
Sorry, can you say that again? We froze for a moment.
Sorry, I was just saying that as you're aware with breast cancer, you've mentioned you've studied and worked with breast cancer patients, I think you mentioned. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
well, they're a prime example because they go into instant menopause as well, and they have a lifetime of overheating issues. And that's why I thought if I got on board with NBCF, I'd be able to help out other women, and that was my main cause of this. And I work at it, and just hope that it helps others. So that's what
Wow,
I do.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. Because
Yeah.
you're in quite a few places now, aren't you? You're in pharmacies, oncology wards,
That's
uh,
correct. Yes. Yes.
as well as on.
Yes,
Mm.
so uh, it's a range of from health to sport as well. We've got them in sports stores, but many oncology nurses approach me and I send them all samples and I send them literature on the product and they promote it and we get it out there for women who need it. And all the women come back saying how much it helps because you can use it at night time in bed. The towel stays dry. The actual towel is quite dry to touch, so it's not saturating your clothing or your bed linen. So that's another bonus. Yeah.
Right. What's it made of?
It's a hyper-evaporative component, so it's not a cotton. It's not like your face washer. It's sort of a rubbery feel. So you might liken it to a chamois as such that you dry your car with, but it's not a chamois. It hasn't got the oil base in it, and it's also toxic-free. So how I say that is it's soft when it's wet, but it will dry, and it's quite firm when it's dry. But that doesn't matter. That's just the texture of it. So that the reason of that is it absorbs more water, and the more water that absorbs into a fabric, the cooler it creates, the chilling effect. So that's how it works.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Well, it's good. Yeah.
It's quite amazing. It's hard to imagine when you haven't touched it.
Yes. But look, it's a popular item, and the chemists, all the pharmacies, they've told me, and one in particular who I work close with, they Amcal based. Do you have Amcals in New Zealand? No. They're one of our leading pharmacies here in Australia. And they said that, you may have an item on your front counter. You might sell 1 or 2 a month. So it's a makeup item or something. She said that these just fly out the door as such, in summer especially, on the front counter, because there's so many women who suffer menopause. But it's not only for women. We cater for men as well, because men have overheating issues as well through various illnesses, and for children as well. Yeah, so it's all good.
So it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
Yes, I hope it helps a lot of people. That's all that mainly interests me. And I'm also donating back for each pink product that people purchase. That $2 of each purchase goes straight back to NBCF, which is great. So we've labelled it with NBCF, and
wow,
yeah, which is a really good cause. Yeah,
that is a really good cause.
Yes, yeah.
Well, to have gone through such a challenging time, and then to have created this to help other people.
It's amazing how something bad can be turned into something good. And prior to my illness, I was a stay-at-home mum for many years, and sort of, and nursing parents who were ill at the same time. And so you sort of lose yourself, and you don't know where you are in life, and it really changes your way of thinking when you've something serious is put in front of you, and you think, well, hey, hang on, you're only here for one time. There's no dress rehearsal. So it really jolted me into, no, this is it. And so you change your way of thinking, and that's how I started the business. So yeah.
That's a beautiful story, actually.
Thank you. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people out there in a lot worse situations, and you just keep fighting. That's how I sort of look upon it. Many of us have had hurdles in life, and if you can turn it around to a positive, it's all well worth it. So, yeah, but I'd love to share the product and with you guys over there. And actually, New Zealand, we received quite a few orders from you, which is a great thing too.
That is great. Thank you. I'm sure you do. Because I first found Tara on Instagram. I do the Me Instagram account, if any of you know us. And Tara has a great one on Instagram. So I'll put those links so you can follow Tara as well below this video once we get off. I'll put all the contact details there, and the contact details are all on the website as well, because Tara is giving 20 of you the chance to win a chili towel, which is pretty generous. Thank you. And they come in blue, lilac, and pink, don't they?
That's correct. Yes, that's right. Yes. So we're more than happy to give away, and we appreciate the opportunity of you contacting us. So we're thrilled. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And also, I'll supply you with our discount code for any other customers that are wanting to order in the future.
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you. Much appreciated. for the team. I know that for our community, our beloved community.
Yes.
So, guys, I hope you've loved meeting Tara and you take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. And we will sign off now and talk to you guys soon.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Tara.